What is up, you guys? This is HerpyDerqy, and today I'm bringing you guys a pretty cool UU match. This is against a guy named Boss Kai. He really is a boss because this battle turned out to be pretty cool. We had a lot of battles before this, and they all turned out to be pretty damn hacksy. So this turned out to be a pretty interesting match with good predictions. So hope you guys enjoy. So, gonna start off the bat with my Manectric. He does start off with Weavile, and I kind of want to. I really don't want him to start setting up some swords dances. I am scarfed on this Manectric, and Fake Out is gonna be doing, an okay chunk to me. Not that bad. But now I know he's probably gonna switch into Empoleon to take the flamethrower because it's way too obvious. So I'm gonna opt to go for a Volt Switch instead, which not only does super effective damage to him, but it's also gonna give me some switch initiative. So now I'm gonna get a free switch into my Celigore, and now I know that the Focus Blast is way too obvious on this Empoleon, and he does pack a Sableye, so I'm going to predict that switch into his Sableye, and instead of going for the Focus Blast, I'm going to go for the Giga Drain, and Giga Drain is going to do a very nice chunk to Sableye, and if he didn't switch into Sableye, it still would have done a very nice chunk to Empoleon, so either way, it was a win-win situation for me. So now, luckily for me, my Giga Drain is doing enough damage to the point where he's not going to be able to recover, like that much HP, and I'm going to be able to get a crit sooner or later. So he's really kind of put in a little kind of a corner, I guess you could say. So he's gonna have to switch out eventually because he knows that the crit's gonna come. The longer you're staying, the longer you're gonna get a crit. That's usually the general rule of thumb. So either way, I am running a Specs, which is why I can't change moves, so I am locked into it. So he's gonna choose to switch into Tangrowth now. The best play on his part because, Giga Drain is going to get resisted, not going to do that much. So, it's cool. I'm going to switch out, going to go into my Manectric, thinking he might go for a Leech Seed or something. Because if he does go for a Leech Seed, I can just Volt Switch right out. Toxic does miss for him, which is kind of unfortunate. It definitely would have helped him out in this battle, but, what can you do? I'm just going to lock myself into Flamethrower, and now I'm going to predict that switch back into Empoleon, and I'm just going to go into my Melodic, because my Melodic can handle this Empoleon very nicely. Seems like a special defense kind of set, so I'm just going to start going for some Scald, hoping I get a burn, which I do get, which is awesome, because any residual damage I get on this Empoleon is going to be very helpful in the long run, so that was really, my game plan, sadly enough. Now, I'm just going to go for another Scald, just to kind of weaken it. He's going to go back into Tangrowth, which can completely shut down my Melodic, so I'm going to switch out into my Dusclops, thinking he might go for a Leech Seed. My Dusclops does have, not that much HP, so I know Leech Seed isn't going to be that bad. So, he's gonna opt to just stall me with Protects, and I'm like, oh my god, this Tangrowth is annoying. I hate Tangrowth so much. I really understand why people hate my Mrs. Tantan now. So now I'm gonna go back into my Celigore, thinking he might switch out, but he's not gonna switch out, and he's gonna miss with Toxic once again. And this actually did matter, because getting Toxic on my Celigore definitely would have helped him. Now, I'm going to lock myself in the Bug Buzz, but it's okay because I know that Bug Buzz is going to be able to be a two-hit KO on this Empoleon even with the burn. So that's awesome. I'm going to finish off that Empoleon. Finally, one Pokemon that's down. So now I'm going to go back into Weavile, and I know that Fake Out's clearly coming, so I'm going to go back into my Dusclops to take it. Now, I know that he does probably carry Night Slash as well, but I'm pretty sure I can live it considering that I'm max HP, max defense, but he does get a crit on the Night Slash, which did matter. It kind of did make up from the previous hacks, so, I guess that's kind of even, I suppose you could say. Gonna go into my Ambipom now to kind of bring him back the Fake Out. So he's going to go switch into Sableye, but I know he's going to do that, so I'm just going to go for a U-turn instead. Going to get some switch initiative, and I'm going to go into my Azumarill. Now this was the bad play I made. I do not know why I went into a Azumarill here. I know he has Will-O-Wisp too, and I don't know why I went into Azumarill. That was so stupid. I could just go into Manectric and just go for a Volt Switch, finish him off. But no, I'm stupid. I go for an Aqua Jet, which doesn't even kill the Sableye, so that was just stupid of me. So that was 4 stupid plays right there that would have saved my Azumarill from a burn and would have killed the Sableye. So that was bad play number 1 in this game. So I'm going to go back into my Celigore because I know Recover's coming. I know a Bug Buzz should be able to kill it considering the damage that I did with Giga Drain previously. So I'm just going to go for the very safe Bug Buzz. He's gonna Toxic me, which is cool, and because the Celigor, like it should have been dead by now. So I was just like, you know what, just screw it. I'll just stay in. I'll take the Toxic like a man. So gonna go back. He's gonna go back into Weavile, and I'm like, well, I could save a Celigor for one more turn. So I'd rather just switch out to my Melodic to take the Fake Outs now that my Dusclops died, unfortunately. So that's cool. I know I can just go for some Scalds. I know I can wall this Weavile set. Night Slash really isn't doing that much to me unless he gets a crit, which I'm really hoping he doesn't get. So I do get the burn on the Weavile though, which is going to help out a lot because now Night Slash isn't going to be doing a lot of damage. I can just go for a recover, get back all the HP that he did to me, which is awesome. And now we're basically back at square one. So now Tangrowth is coming back, and I'm like, Tangrowth. Gonna go into my Zoomerl now as fodder. I really didn't need to do this, but because I stupidly got this thing burned, it's absolutely useless. And this is going to cost me so much later on this battle, as you'll see. So I'm just gonna go for frustration. Just basically just throw it away because I really can't do anything. So either way, now I'm gonna go back into Ambipom because I really want to taunt this thing because if I can get this thing taunted, I'm going to have to force it to switch out, which is what I really want it to do. So he's going to switch out an Arcanine. Perfect. I'm going to actually go for the U-turn because I know he's probably going to switch out, get some more switch initiative. Going to go into my Melodic now because even if this Arcanine might be not physically bulky, like physically offensive, then I know I can still take it because I'm running max defense. I do take that Wild Charge very nicely. He's actually told me he is running a Banded Arcanine, so that's a very impressive by Melodic. Congrats. So now Alakazam comes in. He's going to finish me off with Energy Ball. Now I'm like, well, this Alakazam is probably, Focus Sash, right? Because that's what most Alakazams are. So I'm going to go back into my Ambipom, try to break that Sash. He's actually going to switch out and go into his Tangrowth. And yeah, I just decided to just go for a Fake Out, play it safe. I really, really need to break that Sash, and I really didn't need to deal with this problem if I had my Zoomerl with me. Because right now, my only Pokemon that has priority is my Ambipom, and, that's really the only thing I have that can, securely outspeed the Alakazam and finish it off. But I could have gone into Manectric, Manectric is Scarfed, but you'll actually see something interesting, because now so you'll see what happens. So, I'm gonna U-turn out, gonna go into my Manectric, because I'm like, well, I can take a Toxic, I can take a Leech Seed, right? And here is where bad play number 2 comes in. If I went for a Flamethrower here, I would have the game in the bag. I could finish off the Tangrowth easily, I can at least break the Sash on the Alakazam, that would have been absolutely nice. But, stupidly, I go for the Switcheroo, and that's like, oh my god, why did I just do that? That's stupid. I don't know why I did that. I think I did that to try to cripple the Tangrowth, but that's retarded because I could just go for a Flamethrower and kill it. So that was absolutely stupid of me. Now I'm going to go back into Ambipom because I know that Alakazam is probably going to come back in to take the Switcheroo. And now I'm going to try to go for a Fake Out. No, I'm going to try to go for a Pursuit, predicting his switch out, but he's instead going to go for a Psyshock. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. You know what? That's cool. So I'm going to go into my Manectric because I know I can outspeed it, right? So I go into my Celigor, excuse me. Now I'm like, okay, I can outspeed it, right? And he is going to outspeed me here. And I'm like, oh, crap. He was Scarfed this entire time. Wow, that's bullshit. So that sucks a lot because now he's gonna be able to outspeed my Scarf Manectric, and that's gonna finish me off. So that was a great game. Definitely didn't make the best plays in the world, but hey, we're all still learning, what can I say? So hope you guys enjoyed this battle, and I'll see you guys later.